Welcome back to your daily dose of keeping it real about being out here in the Philippines. I'm actually known for throwing rocks, so if I say something to make you mad, piss you off or whatnot, hey man, please holler at me in the comment section so we can talk about it like men. I wasn't trying to offend you, but if you do get offended, it is what it is, man. I got a couple stories for you guys. One of them is extremely tragic, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these hot topics. Up first, we're going to talk about the latest tragedy in America, another mass shooting in an elementary school in Madison, Wisconsin. After that, we got 34 Chinese nationals that were deported by the Bureau of Immigration here in the Philippines. And lastly, Miss Mary Jane Veloso has officially landed here in the Philippines after her stay in Indonesia on a death sentence. We're going to go over all that in a few minutes, but before I do that, let's go over today's weather and local exchange rates. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this first story. Madison, Wisconsin, another school shooting, man. Tragic. This time it's done by a 15-year-old girl, man. Her name is Samantha Rupp, or Natalie Rupp. That's what her real name is, man. Tragic. Tragic. She went in there and she killed two people already. As far as me making this video, okay? She killed two people. She killed a student. She killed a teacher. She wounded six, and two of them in critical conditions. And before I continue, man, I do want to send condolences to the families that did lose someone, whether you're the teacher or the parent to the child that was lost. I sincerely send you my condolences. This is crazy. This is extremely crazy, man. The police did get there, real quick. The suspect, she offed herself and whatnot. But this is tragic, man. When are we gonna wake up? When are we gonna wake up, man? This is exactly why I chose to remove my children from America. This is the main reason why I wanted to get them out of there. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is because I was always scared of a school shooting to happen. And yet, once again, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I don't see it slowing down. It's almost like it's an it thing to do for teenagers these days. And then on top of that, this 15-year-old went inside of an elementary school. What has these young kids done to you? What have these young kids done to you for you to have that much evil in your heart? To go in there and do that to these young babies. Do that to these teachers that are actually trying to teach these young babies. What is wrong with you? No matter how many gun reforms we have, no matter how many gun laws, how many amendments, it never dies. So you're telling me that law-abiding citizens can't have guns, but criminals have guns? The girl was 15 years old. Who bought a 15-year-old a gun? And if you bought the 15-year-old a gun, not saying that her parents did or didn't, because I don't know, okay? But if you buy your kids a gun, at least have the decency to put it up and have the proper storage for it and stuff like that. Kids are running rampant these days in America. Social media is full of violence. Video games is full of violence. Everything is full of violence, pumping these kids' heads up. And they're going out there killing kids. Kids killing kids. When is it going to stop? Gang wars everywhere. You're shooting up the streets and hitting innocent bystanders. When is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? Everybody is just so mad in America. And this is why a lot of people choose to leave and go to different countries. This is why people choose to get up out of there. I'm in the Philippines because I just want to get away from everything. And this is sad, and I know I'm sounding a little bit irate because honestly I am. This is ridiculous. It makes absolutely no sense, and it's like nobody has any control over anything. Kids got to go to school with metal detectors. When I was in school, the worst you see was somebody had a sack of some little bit of reefer in the doggone locker. They got caught with that or whatnot. Now everybody go to school, you get shot up. Kids don't even fight no more. When I was growing up, you win some, you lose some. Now everybody, oh, they want to have a gun every now and then. Don't nobody got no courage no more. What this woman did in this school was cowardly. And I ain't gonna say woman. What this young teenager did was cowardly. It was cowardly, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. The parents need to be held accountable too. I don't care if they're if they are cooperating with the laws or not, because you allowed your child. You did not monitor your child, 15 or not. You didn't monitor your child, and now somebody tonight, somebody is going home without their baby. I can just imagine what that family is going through right now. Somebody's going home right now without their baby. There's a husband at home crying because he can't see his wife. All behind stupidity. What's wrong? What's wrong with the world, man? You know what? What's wrong with you guys over there, man? The politicians and all the lawmakers, everybody want to be voted in, and you want all this and all that and stuff like that. When are y'all gonna make a law that's gonna really, really make a difference in who gets guns and who don't? I'm not saying it's not necessary to protect yourself, man, but that ain't protecting yourself. That is straight reckless. You just out there just want to gun people down. And for you young kids that are out there listening to this podcast or me speak on on this subject, whatnot, you guys need to really think. Do you want this on your conscience? Do you want this in your life? What's wrong with you? Grow up. It is not necessary to create this much violence. There's enough violence in the world. So what if you guys get mad at somebody at your school? Deal with it. Deal with it accordingly. They ain't got to bring no gun out there. And then these is babies that she want. These is babies. These is babies, man. It is so sad. Kids is traumatized. Parents don't even want to send their kids to school no more. They rather just homeschool them. And half the parents can't even do the homeschool thing. They don't even. Today's curriculum isn't what curriculum was a long time ago. But you know what? With today's current events, I'm willing to try. If I was over there, you know what? Y'all gonna go to homeschool, and I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna learn with you. At least I get to see you. I get to eat dinner with you. I ain't got to worry about nobody shooting you up at the school. It's a doggone shame. You go send your kids to school, then you go to work, worried and just in fear of your own child's life. You can't even concentrate at work because you scared about what's gonna happen to your kids. And all they trying to do is get an education. All they trying to do is get an education. I hope this 15-year-old girl that committed this crime, I hope that wherever she went, wherever her soul went, she gets judged accordingly and held to the highest standard. As far as her parents, I cut you no sympathy. Zero. I cut you no empathy because I don't understand it. You need to be held accountable in some way. Because it makes no sense for you not to be able to monitor your child in that way. Police can go inside your house and find a written manifesto, but you can't even go in your own daughter's room to go see what she's been up to. Won't even monitor what she's doing on social media. She's 15 years old. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves, man. To the families that lost someone, to the families that got a loved one in the hospital, man, I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry. Me and my family, we will, and I promise you, we will be praying for you tonight. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this second story, man. 34 Chinese nationals were deported by the Bureau of Immigration out here in the Philippines, man. And they had crime scheming from scamming, illegal gambling, illegal gaming operations. And, they were undocumented. They didn't have no permits to work out here. And then on top of that, they overstayed their visas. So, the Philippine government, man, they cracking down, man. And then they were blacklisted on top of that, man. So, they cracking down on people out here. But I've been noticing something, man. Chinese people have been getting deported quite a bit lately. Last week, it was 200, almost 200. This week is 34. And the week before that, it was like 120 something, man. And I'm starting to think they're getting targeted a little bit. And I think it's basically because they have intentions with China. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, now, but the Philippine government, man, they're making examples out of them, man. You know, don't get me wrong. If you out here the wrong way, I mean, you deserve to get what you got coming, man. You do your documents and stuff like that. I mean, that goes for anywhere in the world, man. If you anywhere illegal, if you're anywhere that you ain't supposed to be when you ain't supposed to be there, you deserve to get up out of here, man. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, I've just been seeing that, and also I'm also thinking too. A lot of guys, man, they got businesses with their wives and stuff out here. Make sure you got the proper documentation to actually work out here, because I don't want you to get in trouble and deported because you wanted to help your wife with her business. You know, because these guys again, they got charged with not having proper work permits, and I don't know what all that entails and stuff like that. But make sure you go check out the local laws and make sure you're within compliance and stuff like that. If you out here working in your wife's sorry store or her local business or whatnot, man. Because again, I don't want you to get in trouble, man. But yeah, these Chinese nationals, man, they get in the ringer. All right, guys, let's jump into this last story, man. It's a happy story, as a matter of fact, man. And I'm glad that I'm ending this episode with the happy story. Miss Mary Jane Veloso, she's actually reunited with her family after spending 14 years in prison in Indonesia on a drug trafficking charge. If you don't know about the story, she was actually convicted over there and sentenced to death. The other people that were, sentenced on death row with her, they've obviously been executed already. And they spared her life because she proclaimed her innocent. One of the people that actually recruited her, she's already been found guilty here in the Philippines, and she's serving a sentence here in the Philippines. I think it's a life sentence that she got too. I'm not sure. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But Miss Mary Jane Veloso was able to reunite with her family after, landing in the airport. And, it was a happy reunion for them. But she's still incarcerated here in the Philippines, according to the agreement that she had with the Indonesian government or whatnot. She's got quarantine, and then she's also got, to be reacquainted or however they want to do orientation in the facilities where she's at. Her parents are petitioning to the president, saying that they want her pardoned because she's innocent. And if she's innocent, rightfully so. So yeah, man, that's a good story, man. Congratulations on being home here in the Philippines. I wish you nothing but Godspeed, and I hope they do give you a pardon if you're innocent. You deserve it, man. I'm glad your sons are okay. Your mother and your father were happy. That's a beautiful thing, man. And that leads me into this one. If you got parents out there, love your parents, man. Love your kids and love yourself, man. This world can either make you or break you in a lot of ways, man. And unfortunately, some people that are out here in this world, they don't care about the next person. They don't care about the next man and the next woman. You be different. You be different. You show love. And love your children. If you got your children tonight, hug them and tell them that you love them sincerely. Even if you're mad at them today. If they did something messed up and you're mad at them and you're like, you're on punishment. If your kids is on punishment, then okay, rightfully so. But go in that room and give your kids a hug and tell them I'm thankful that I get to see you tonight and I love you. Because somebody tonight ain't going to be able to do that for theirs. Alright? That's all that I got for you guys, man. Until next time, holla at your boy. Peace out, man.